Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Whisper, and today what I have for you guys is another people you meet playing CSGO video, so let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Today what I want to talk about is the scout guy. Yes, the scout guy. The guy who's been ruining buy rounds for your team forever because he simply, quote unquote, I'm a god with the scout. I can do anything. I can hit those jumping headshots so fucking easy. This is the guy who buys a scout every round, and it's like, don't worry guys, I got this. I'm gonna jumping scout these guys over the wall. Don't worry, we got this. And then either your team forces up with him, or your team just saves like any fucking sane person would do. And then you guys end up losing the round, and he's like, man, I don't have any money. Can I get a buy from you guys? And you're just like, no, what the fuck? I don't have money to buy you. None of us have money to buy you. We saved last round. There's a reason why you're broke. It's your fault. So now your economy is completely fucked, because if you saved instead of buying, or if you bought with the guy, it doesn't really matter, because in the end, he's going to be either not buying with you guys, or you're going to be broke and you guys are going to have to save for another couple rounds if you lose the round. It's like a lose-lose situation for the most part, and there's no way to like really make up for it unless you guys win the round. And you'll be damn for sure that this guy is not going to do shit during that round. Maybe he'll pick up like one kill every so often when he does this, but most of the time he doesn't. He's like relatively useless to your team. And you best know that this guy's not gonna fucking play something where scouting is relevant, whether it be jump scouting or normal scouting. He's gonna play something fucking close range. He's gonna straight up rush palace instead of just sitting on site and trying to jump scout over the box. That is this type of person. And then you sit there and you like watch him as he does it, and you're just like cringing kinda, because you know what's about to happen. He's about to like walk around the corner, he's about to walk in there, get one tapped by an SMG or an AK, whatever it is, and then he's just gonna be like, oh damn man. And then you're just gonna be like, well, now it's a 4v5 because he's a fucking dumbass. And you know what? I want to mention something before I go on, is that the problem with this guy is that I can't fucking get mad at him. I can't get mad at this guy because almost always this guy is a nice person and he's like trying to win the game. He's just being fucking stupid and using a scout all the time instead of like using an M4 or an op. Like even if he has the option to buy an op, he won't, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But like he's usually really fucking nice, and it's probably because he's kind of just like dicking around with a scout and he's like trying to be stylish and cool and shit. But like it's so hard because I'll get like angry or like frustrated with the guy, and I'll just be like kind of getting pissed off, and then the scout guy makes a really funny comment and I laugh and my teammates laugh, and then it's like, fuck, I can't get mad at this guy because he's being funny and he's like a really chill person. And I gotta be honest, like 95% of the time that you'll meet this guy usually doesn't meet up to standards. Usually he's negative, he's bottom fragging, or he's not carrying the weight for his team, he's not like throwing down any utility, he's just purely going for jump scouts. But then there's this other 5% of the time where you meet this one guy who's actually so good with the scout. Like he'll like, yo, can you pop flash me out? And then you pop flash him and he gets like 2 headshots in a row, and then he backs off and he's like, all right, we need some people to rotate. I saw a bunch of people there, and he's super calm, super chill, and he's super fucking good with the scout. And on the contrary, on the other side, when it's a bad player, sometimes they make like a really good play, like it's a 2v3, right? And he like kills 2 of them, bringing it down to a 2v1, and then it allows you guys to like win that round. But the problem is that most of the time that doesn't happen. In reality, that doesn't happen most of the time, and in reality you don't meet the good guy the 5% of the time when you meet this guy, like, ever. And what I want to point out that's really funny in my opinion is, regardless of whether I'm talking about the scouter guy or somebody who's just picking up the scout to use it recently, whenever they try and use it in jump scout or even normal scout, they just seem to suck even more dick with it because of the jump scout changes. So whenever they try and jump scout, they're like missing almost all of their shots, and they're just like, man, that should have connected, that should have been easy. Fucking Valve nerfing the jump scouting and shit like that. And I frankly didn't care either way, because I frankly never used the scout anyways, because I was bad with it and I really didn't enjoy using it in the first place. I picked up a couple kills with it here and there, but I just didn't enjoy using it for the most part. This is something that I really don't talk about, but most of the time when I'm given like an op or something like that, I throw it away immediately. Like, I don't want that shit. I don't enjoy using the scoped weapons. I think they're really cool, and every so often I get one and I'm just like, alright, I'll use it, and I pick up some good kills here and there with it. But I enjoy using rifles so much more. I enjoy like rifling and submachine gun, playing like close quarters or even far quarters with those weapons a lot more than opping, just because I feel like I suck at it. And even though recently I've improved my aim like quite a bit, I still feel like I just suck at it, even if I land like some really nice shots every so often. But anyways, let's go ahead and get back on the topic with the number one reason why I dislike this player. Alright, you'll win a couple rounds in a row, and then you'll win the eco round, and so now you're like, okay, they're probably going to be on a buy this round, so we need to like get better weapons and use the utility that we have in order to fight them off, right? And everybody will like buy M4s, buy ops, buy like smokes, itchy grenades, fire grenades. Scouter guy, nah man, I got this. I'm just gonna use my scout. And sometimes he'll buy nades, he'll buy like a flashbang so that he can flash over, or a smoke grenade to try and hide himself in the smoke or something like that. But he will just keep the scout. And then when he's playing that position, he'll just like hit somebody once, or he won't hit somebody at all, and then he'll die, and then he leaves that position open. And then it's like, dude, we told you to go ahead and like buy up and get better weaponry and stuff. He's like, nah, I'm a scout god. And it's like, bruh, you had $5,000. Just buy a fucking op. Just like, don't waste our time. You're gonna like throw around for us practically just because you didn't feel like forcing up because you wanted to be stylish and cool and use the fucking scout. It's so annoying. And I think part of the reason why the scout guy actually exists is due to the fact that there are some people who are too fucking lazy to learn the spray pattern for any of the rifles. And they don't know how to use an SMG for some reason, because SMGs are like really fucking easy to use for the most part. There's run and gun SMGs, there's like SMGs that you can burst fire with, shit like that. It's so easy to use them, but instead they're just like, nah, I need to have a scoped weapon every round, so instead of buying an op, I'm just gonna keep a scout every round. But anyways, that about covers everything that I wanted to talk about, so let's go ahead and recap. You know that you're the scout guy if you buy a scout almost every round, or every round, even if you can't afford it or your team is on an eco round. You also know you're the scout guy if you overall prefer stylishness over efficiency. You'd rather take the scout over the op any day because you feel like a lot better when you get the kills, you feel like you worked harder to earn them, even if it's at the cost of a round for your teammates. And finally, you know you're the scout guy if you just don't know the spray patterns for any of the rifles, and you don't feel like using an SMG, so instead you decide that you need a scoped weapon every round, so instead you're just going to buy a scout instead of buying an op. And that just about wraps everything up that I wanted to say about the scout guy. Thank you guys for watching this video, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. My name is Whisper, and I'm out. Peace.